Hello, welcome to Jennifer's Magical Book Club. Today, I'm here to read a novel just called Out of the Dust. I'm going to continue reading from page 142, Dust Storm. Let's start. I never would have gone to see the show if I had known a storm like this would come. I didn't know when going in, but coming out, a darker night I'd never seen. I bumped into a box beside the palest door and scrapped my shines. Then tripped on something in my path, I don't know what, and walked into a phone pole, bruised my cheek. The first car that I met was sideways in the road. Bowed down, my ears sneered shut, trying to keep the dust out. I saw his headlight just before I reached them. The driver called me over and I felt my weight following his voice. He asked me how I kept the road. I feel it with my feet, I shouted over the roaring wind. I walked along the edge, one foot on the road, one on the shoulder. And desperate to get home, he straightened out his car and straddled tires on the road and off, and slowly pulled away. I kept along. I know that there were others on the road. From time to time, I'd hear someone cry out. Their voice rose like ghosts on the howling wind no one could see. I stopped at neighbors just to catch my breath and make my way from town out to our farm. Everyone said to stay, but I guessed my father would come out to find me if I didn't show, and get himself lost in a raging dust and maybe die, and I didn't want that burden on my soul. Brown earth rained down from sky. I could not catch my breath, and way the dust pressed on my chest and wouldn't stop. The dirt blew down so thick it scratched my eyes and stung my tender skin. It plucked my nose and filled inside my mouth. No matter how I pressed my lips together, the dust made muddy tracks across my tongue. But I kept on spitting out mud, covering my mouth, clamping my nose, the dust stinging the raw and open stripes of scurrying on my hands, and after some 3 hours, I made it home. Inside, I found Father's note that said he'd gone to find me. And if I should get home, just stay put. I hollered out the front door and the back. He didn't hear. I didn't think he would. The wind took my voice and busted it into 1,000 pieces, so small the sound blew out over Ma and Franklin's grave, thinner than a sigh. I waited for my father through the nights, coughing up dust, cleaning dust out of my ears, rinsing my mouth, blowing mud out of my nose. Joe de la Fleur stopped by around 4 to tell me they found one boy tangled in a barbed wire fence, another smothered in a drift of dust. After Joe left, I thought of the famous Lindberghs and how their babies were killed and never came back to them. I wondered if my father would come back. He blew in around 6 a.m. and it hurt. The sight of him, brown with dust, his eyes as red as a raw meat, his feet bruised from walking in worn shoes, stepping where he couldn't see on things that bit and caught into his flesh. I tried to scare up something we could eat, but couldn't keep the table clear of dust. Everything I set down for our breakfast was covered before we took a bite, and so we chewed the grate and swallowed, and I thought of a cattle dead from mud in their lungs, and I thought of the tractor buried up to the steering wheel and Pete Goyman, and I couldn't even recognize the man sitting across from me, sagging in his chair, his red hair gray and stiff with dust, his face deep lines of dust, his teeth streaked brown with dust. I turned the place in glasses upside down, crawled into a bed and slept. March 1935. So I'm done reading till the end of Dust Storm, page 146. Hope you're enjoying with me and see you later. Bye. Have a nice day. Thank you.